Hey guys, welcome back to Modern Golf. I hope you guys are having an incredible day and an even better week. Today we present to you the Ask Echo T-Lock 2.0. So we did the other Ask Echo silencer bag a few months ago, and I got a lot of feedback on it. Thank you to those who had sent questions and concerns and all that good stuff about how does the bag work with the Acro system, how does it work with oversized grips. I hope we answered those questions. Again, these are unpaid, unbiased reviews, but I hope we reached out. So during those questions and answers, I reached out to Ask Echo a number of times because I didn't have all those answers that some of you guys were looking for. And they said, you know what, let us do this. Why don't we send you the T-Lock 2.0 and you test it out, and then you maybe have a better feel of how this bag works in comparison to the other one. Okay, fine. So let's get into this bag, the specs, all that good stuff. We'll show you how the top works and then kind of wrap up. I promise I won't be super long today. So this bag is roughly 42 inches tall. So think about that. The average stand bag is roughly 33 to 35 inches tall. Significantly taller. I'll show you guys pictures of how it looks between a normal stand bag and this bag. It's also about 9 pounds. Now, for some of you, that's not a big deal because you're just loading this onto a golf cart or a pull cart. Who cares? That's fine. The biggest thing here is the 14-way top, and it's very unique system where you actually lock your clubs in, hence the T-Lock, and how they don't move and all that good stuff. And we'll show you how that works in a little bit. But I want to go over the specs and the pockets and who this bag is for and all that good stuff. This bag is available in 3 colors. This is, I think, in my opinion, the best color way they make. But again, it's subjective and personal preference. You may like a blue and purple bag. I like a very boring gray, white, and black bag. I like more of a classic look. That being said, I also love camouflage bags. So go with that as you may. So let's get into the pockets, what we like, what we don't like, and then again we'll show you how the T-Lock system works, and then maybe it's the bag for you, maybe not. Again, this is an unpaid, unbiased review. I will put a link in the description, so if you order it, you'll get a discount. And again, I'm not being paid, so just want to put that out there. So let's get into, we'll start with the top and then kind of work our way around this bag. So 14-way top. What's unique about this, this is very, I dare say this, OGIO Woody-esque. 14 very unique, literally holes, but for a reason. This isn't like where you can just jam any club in anywhere. I mean, you can, but these are specifically made technically for certain clubs. This is your wedges, irons, long irons, hybrids, putter, driver, wood, if you need more, another hybrid or wood or what have you. But I like this top for a couple of reasons. One, I think when you start using this T-Lock system, you really understand where the whole T-Lock comes from. It does an incredible job with locking down your irons and all your clubs where they don't move. What's even more fascinating, and we'll show you with the woods, is how you can literally lock in your clubs with your wood and your woods where they don't move at all. There's a caveat with that, and I'll show you guys here later. But the top is 14-way top. I absolutely love the rubber handle or rubber outside grip handle. There's this gray matter you guys can see on all these. This is rubber to protect your clubs. So I love it. I love anybody that gives me a little bit of protection on my clubs. I just think it's a very cool idea. The top is riveted on there, but let's turn it around and kind of get into the side pockets here. It is identical on both sides. So I'll show you one side, but it's the same as the other. So if you want to watch how the left side is, just rewind this and watch it again. But they're identical. Has a very unique handle here, so if you want to lift it up, I've never seen this on a bag like this. Has very large things to attach your towels. There's also a place here to put your glove. I actually am one of those weirdos who I don't attach a towel to my bag. I just don't. I wrap it through, or the magnetic towels that are out there, I use that. So I actually put my glove through here so I don't lose it. Let's start with the biggest pocket first, this huge guy, and it is huge. And I'll show you guys here. Very large rain hood. You guys know what I feel about rain hoods. I don't like them, but it's the same material as the bag. Not a huge fan of rain hoods. I don't think they do a whole lot of purpose unless you're walking in the rain. If you're using a cart, you just pull the thing down. Unless you're playing somewhere that doesn't have something to pull down on your powered cart, or if you're walking and using a pull cart, then it's nice to have. But it's the same material as the bag, so I digress. This is, and I like this verbiage better. If you guys watched the other one, it was called a values pocket or valuables pocket. I didn't like that. I like the dry pocket better. Storm seam zippers here, rubber seamed, I love it. A velour-like lining here to put your watch, your Rolexes in, or your Piagets, or what have you. If you're a big AP guy, put it in there, or what have you. But valuables pocket for your phone, or what have you. Does have a little garage in there to park that zipper. I like it. I also like the touch of the rubber pull on here with their logo on there. Pretty nice. I'm happy with that. Other little pocket here is just for what I would say my gloves and junk. So neat pocket here, but again, not much in the way of some space. You could probably put a towel or two in here, but a good amount of space. So they load you up with a ton of pockets, which I like. Now that I've crushed the back of this bag. I'll also show you the bottom. These gray pieces are rubber, so it does have some nice grip. We've done some other bags recently where it didn't. A little disappointing, but we'll move on. This pocket here, and you can see the little hole here, maybe you can't see on that side, for your Sharpie or pen, or don't put your pencil in there. And there's a little spot here for golf tees. This pocket opens up. I'm assuming this all comes off. It's all Velcroed. I'm assuming this is where you get embroidered with your name or your record score of 112 or whatever you want to put on there. Social security number, whatever, your Facebook ID, what have you. So there's also a little handle in here to grab stuff. What's interesting is you guys can hear it. It's not my pants that ripped. This opens up. So there's a cart strap that goes through here or the other side, depending on where you sit, if you're a driver or you ride shotgun. So you can kind of run the strap through, put it on here, and then lock it down, as they say. So kind of neat. I must say I haven't seen this in many bags, but pretty neat for that. Also has this pocket here. Again, not velour lined, but a good pocket, I would say, for your golf tees or trinkets or what have you. There's also a little pocket here. I would say this is ideal for golf balls. Pretty big pocket. It may not look like it, but it's pretty big. And you're going to say, Jeff, I would just use this big pocket for my golf balls. Duh. I disagree. This pocket is cooler lined. So this, you can put all your Dunkin' Donuts or your Yoo-Hoos. If you're a Skittles guy like I am, a lot of things. I bet you could probably get, oh man, I would say 8 to 12 bottles or cans of Yoo-Hoo in here. Super easy. It's really, 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 really big pocket. The other thing you can't see in here, and trust me, it's in there, there are vent holes to let the moisture out. So, with that said, there's also on this side, there is, okay, on both sides, there was just one, a little thing to put your gloves into or your keys. If you're like me, you put them in here when you get into the golf course, and then after 18 holes, you say, uh-oh, where did I put my keys? Great place for your keys. Rest of the bag is nice. There is a little, which I love, a handle here to grab your stuff, which I like. I think all bags should have that. So, super good bag. I like it. It's ideal for the guy who is probably never going to walk a day in his life on the golf course, and I'm headed in that direction. So let's get into how the top works. I'll show you how clubs fit in and out of there, and then we'll kind of wrap up. All right, so we took it off the table. I just want to show you guys how much taller this bag is than others. So I just happen to have my Ghost stuff next to me, my Ghost bag, I should say. And just to kind of give you an idea of the height difference. So it is pretty significantly shorter. Here, I'll move this a little bit so you can see. It's probably 8 inches shorter, just to kind of give you guys. So while the bag is here, I will show you guys how clubs kind of go in and all that good stuff, okay? So your putter, and it's not going to fit swags, head covers, great. You're going to have to deal with it. Irons go in very coolly. And what I mean by coolly, well, this is just a 5 iron. So you put the iron in, and it goes in. You know what, let's turn this because this is what it's made for. I'll spin this around and show you guys. So you take said 5 iron, and again, there's plenty of room for thicker grips. How thick? I'm just told oversized grips will fit in here. If you have 27 wraps on a grip, I don't know if it's going to fit in there. You may have to try. I mean, you can see the circumference. I don't have a ton of room. I have a good amount of room, but not a ton. So your club would go in just like that. And you're going to say, okay, well, I play a lot of hybrids, so what would I do? So I'm going to take my hybrid here, and I'll show you. So a hybrid can go 2 different ways in there. But see this little round area here? And I'll try to turn it so you guys can see a little better. You can actually push it and kind of click it, and it stays in place. It is one of the most unique bags I've ever seen that does this, hence the T-lock. But I find it very cool. What I will tell you, I think there are pros and cons to all of this. If you're a guy like me and you're a head cover junkie, right? Shout out to, you know who got me this head cover. I don't have to say who it is. And you want to put your club in fully, your head cover kind of doesn't fit anymore. So you almost have to kind of find out where your head cover is and then lock it in. But what's really cool is they don't move. I mean, yeah, it moves, rattles back and forth, but they don't move. So if you do this again, I'll just take a wedge. I'm going to spin this around the other way. You drop it in, and it's in there. I love the T-lock. I've used it again for the last few weeks. All the time. I've probably carried this thing back and forth to a driving range or practice or what have you 30 times maybe. And I really have gotten to like it. I didn't know what to think of it, I'll be honest, when I first got it. But the more I used it, the more I liked it. And I'll just grab you, here's one of my practice tools. Same thing. You lock it into place and it stays there. Hence the name T-lock. But really like I said, really like it. Here's another iron we'll just put in here. So I think it's super cool. This bag is designed for irons to be put in and wedges and clubs to be put in a certain way. So you can't just put your 5 iron here and your wedges here. It has to go in a certain order. So the OCD in me and the caddy in me, I don't mind this whatsoever. But if you are not super organized, there is a little playbook I'll put up here, and they show you where to put your clubs and what have you. But really have liked it, liked the storage. I think we didn't show this side of it too, but I'll wrap up and show you the other part of this bag as well. All right, so to wrap up, I showed you guys how to get clubs in and out. Super easy. They do lock in, so I know the question is going to be is how hard, how much force do I have to use to get your clubs out? Not much, and then you guys saw in the video, it's super easy to do, and the more you do it, the more you get used to it, and shouldn't have any issues. But I did want to show you guys a couple other things. We didn't show you the kind of the guts of this bag. So super long single carry strap, which makes sense, so you can carry it from your trunk, hopefully to your house, and clean your clubs, and then from your house to your car to the golf course. Please don't leave your clubs in your car forever. Has another handle here which I like, and these two which I really like. This is great for what I would call a trolley, a push cart or pull cart, or if you want your clubs completely turned around and lock them in this way, you can certainly do that. It's up to you. There's also, you can see the cart strap here. There's an umbrella sleeve and thing there. That also connects down here, the anchor point. But I think that's it. I think that's it with this golf bag. I got a little pocket in here for your stuff as well. Overall, I like it. I put the price points up. Again, as I mentioned before, this is unpaid, unbiased. If I hated this bag, you probably wouldn't even see me review it. I think there is a need and space for this in the golf industry. Ask Echo has some really neat bags. They have some more bags they just showed me coming out later this spring and summer, some stand bags that I think rival some of the higher end bags that we admire so much. So I think competition's great. I don't shy away from it because I think it's good to have. I think it makes people continue to evolve. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope we all learned something. This was a bag, again, I had never heard of. It's funny, I had a couple people ask me about the Ask Echo the T-Lock bags, and I never had really seen them until recently, and I've been using this one. It's got a little wear and tear, but not bad. But it's a neat bag, very cool bag. If you're in the market for a cart bag and you want your clubs to be quiet, but you don't want to use the silencer for the Acros issues or what have you, maybe like the aesthetic better of these, I understand. I'm not mad at you. But again, I will put in the coupon code in the links for the description. If you have any questions, let me know. Any concerns, let me know. And like I said, I'll certainly ask the people at Ask Echo what their thoughts are with your questions. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. See you guys.